Hello, friends. Welcome everyone for this Global Women Empowerment Sessions 2020. As part of this program, today we have successfully entered into day 74 of our program. And today we have with us Sree Marni from Telford, UK. She'll be speaking about you can create your own reality. Wow, what a wonderful topic you have chosen, Srilu. And yes, friends, our belief systems are shaping our experiences. So by changing our belief systems, we can change our lives. This is a great wisdom given and shared by many masters like Seth, Joe Dispenza, Bruce Lipton, and Patriji always says that we are the master of our life. We should become the master of our life by mastering our mind, by reprogramming our thoughts and beliefs. You must be the change you want to see in the world, my dear friends. So, transforming of our life starts by transforming our habits. So, let's all adapt these good habits like meditation, book reading, and listening to all these masters' experiences. So let's meditate and let's use this creation and manifestation technology for our spiritual and physical growth. So before starting of our session, let's meditate for 2 minutes by connecting with all the higher beings. So I request everyone to please close your eyes and start observing your normal and natural breath. Meditation is all about calming our mind, my dear friends. Completely silence your mind. Now, let's invite all the divine goddesses' energies, angels, archangels, and all the higher beings of love and light. Let's connect with all of them and do meditation. Let each and every cell, every part, every energy center in your body be completely filled with this love and compassionate energies flowing from all these divine beings. Now, let's send and radiate this love and compassionate energies to all the beings on this planet Earth. May all the living beings on this planet Earth live happy, healthy, and peaceful. Let each and every person on this planet Earth become a meditator and a vegetarian for the highest and the greatest good of all. Now, gently place your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and you can slowly open your eyes, my dear friends. So, under the guidance of our master, Brahmashi Patriji, we have started this triple one days of Global Goddess Meditation Circle with triple one feminine masters across the globe. So, I'm so happy to introduce to all of you Great Master Sree Marni from Telford, UK. Sree works as a productive delivery manager in a reputed IT consultancy firm. She started her meditation journey 7 years ago and swears by it now. Since then, she has been passionately teaching this meditation to kids at local schools and online sessions. She also recognizes the benefits of meditation. She believes that meditation brings so much of peace and joy in all of our lives, my dear friends. So she's teaching meditation in the corporate sector to all the employees in her office. And she also recognizes the benefits of meditation brings to employees well-being and productivity, and hence started teaching at her workplace too. and she's doing a lot of charity works with her husband. They both are doing a great service in UK. Sree, we welcome you now.
Thank you, Shilu. Namaste, everyone. A warm welcome to you all to today's session. And thank you, Shilu, for giving me this opportunity today to present this wonderful topic in front of everyone. So friends, before I start off with this topic, I would like to tell you a little bit about myself and how I entered into meditation and why this topic is so close to my heart. As Sheila mentioned, my journey into meditation started 7 years ago. Through a common friend, Raj Shekhar, I met my meditation gurus, Kiran and Pranahita, here in the UK. And I did a taster session with them. And since then, I got totally hooked to it. And I have continued my journey since. And it has been tremendously transformational in my life. I feel as if I have been reborn since I have started on this path again. So a lot to say on that regard, but coming to today's topic about manifestation and how we can create our own reality. So I will tell you a little incident that happened in my life that made me really start believing in this. So around 7 years ago, when I started meditating, I was a first-time mother. I had a little child who was around 2 years old at that time. And being a first-time mom, there were lots of things I was learning for the first time, didn't have much of a confidence. I didn't know what was right, what was wrong. But above all that, one thing that happened at that time was my son used to have like ear infections, gluey ear every month. Every time he had a cold, his ears would just ooze out with pus every month. And every month he had to be on antibiotics. And this happened for, I think, almost a year. And every time he had a cold, I used to say, oh God, he's going to come up with a glue ear the next morning. And next morning, I would see as soon as he woke up from his bed, his ear used to ooze off. And I thought actually I could predict it. And I, in a way, I did. But it was very stressful because antibiotics I didn't want to give him, but I had to give him. And since being on this path of meditation, I was told, okay, maybe I am thinking it negatively. So I changed my thought. So next time he had a cold, instead of thinking, oh my God, he's going to come up with a glue ear next morning, I changed my thought and I used to say, okay, you're breathing fine, your ear is all healthy, your chest is fine. So I used to give those positive affirmations once he went into a deep sleep. And you wouldn't believe, friends, since that day, he's never had any glue ear. And that just reaffirmed my faith that, yes, something that was so, continuously happening every month, how can just my thought change all of that? And at that time, I probably just believed it because it worked and it helped. It gave me a solution for a problem that I was finding. I didn't really look into the science behind it. But over the years, a lot of such incidents have happened in my life. And coming from a science background and an engineering background, I felt I really need to explore why this works. I mean, what is it scientifically? It was initially I used to call it the magic, but I know there's definitely more science behind it. And of late, I have been reading books by Dr. Joe Dispenza called You Are the Placebo, by Dr. Wayne Dyer called Wish is Fulfilled, and also attending a number of meditation sessions by my mentor, Mr. Chandra from Bangalore. And all of that have taught me the science behind this manifestation. And it's now not only limited to the physical things like your health and all. There's so many things you can manifest in your life. And it is scientifically proven. It seems like magic, but once you believe in it, it is magical and also very scientific as well. So that is why I have chosen this topic, because I have immensely gained out of this and immensely learned and yet to learn a lot around this. But I thought whatever I've learned over the years, I'll share it with all of you. So if we go into the slides. Okay, so the topic, as you say, you create your own reality, but how? So let me just go and yeah. So yes, I have a lot of respect for Mahatma Gandhi, and he once said, "A man is but the product of his thoughts. What he thinks, he becomes." And it is absolutely right. And it is the power. If you realize how powerful your thoughts are, you would never ever think a negative thought again, isn't it? Yeah. So that's basically the power of thoughts. So coming to how we can use our thoughts to manifest what we want in life, there's some steps to it. So today I'll be talking more on the practical side of things. How can you make it happen, and take you on a step-by-step guide to it. But on a just, it is like sincerely believe in your desire. You can't doubt your desire, and you shouldn't doubt your desire. If you think you want something, believe in it wholeheartedly. And once you believe in it and it is in line with your bigger picture of life, imagine it vividly. You have to imagine it without any doubt, to the minutest detail of whatever you want to manifest. And once you imagine it, act upon it enthusiastically. You believe, you have to believe that that's going to come true. And the happiness you are going to get by believing in it and imagining it, you act upon it with the same enthusiasm. And you will have that come true. And it's a proven thing. It's not because I'm saying it. I have come across this many a times, and I'll go through the science about it as well. So, okay, so I'll take you, as I said, I'll take you on a step-by-step guide into how you can manifest what you want into your life. And again, the next part would be the science behind it, why it really works. So the step one, as I said, is visualize it. Whatever you want in your life. The first step, the creation, everything that you can see in the material world first started as a thought. And the thought is always a visualization. So visualize what you want. It can be anything. It can be from the simplistic thing that I want this phone in the next month, whatever it is, your health, your abundance, your at work, in your relationships. It can be anything. There's no limit to it. But first, it always starts with the visualization. And in the visualization, you have to visualize it in the minutest detail. For example, if it's about your health and you want to, probably it's your knee pain that you want to get rid of, or I'm just giving you an example, but imagine like the ligaments of it, imagine all the muscles in it are working well. So you have to go to the minutest detail as part of your visualization. And it starts the visualization, what you think at that point is impossible, but the visualization, it'll make it, it's the beginning of the possibility that's going to come towards you. So always start with the visualization. And during this process, never have a doubt. Never ever doubt that, will this work? Do you think, I don't think this is practically possible. I don't think I deserve it. You know, your mind will keep pulling you back. That is what the mind is. It's a toy. If you keep it in control, it'll work for you. Otherwise, you'll have to work for your mind. So it will keep pulling you. It will create all kinds of distractions in your life to take you away from that goal. It'll pose a lot of doubts to say that this can't happen. This is practically not possible. But just believe in it. Believe in yourself and believe in the process. And it will happen, dear friends. So that's the first part, visualization. The second part is feeling. You know, you can have a thought. You can have, the thought is the electric energy. The feeling is the magnetic energy there. So when you feel it, look, so you have to feel as if you have achieved it, whatever you're wanting to manifest. Feel, how would you feel if you already had it? The joy, the gratitude, the effect on your family, you with your friends, how they would react to it. Feel it. And that's always the bottom thing, is the feeling of love. So it's expand your heart out and feel what you would feel if you already had that. That's the second step into that. And the third one and the final one is express your gratitude. And as Eckhart Tolle said, acknowledging the good that you already have in your life is the foundation for all the abundance. Because gratitude is the final act of receivership. So whenever you express your gratitude, you already say thank you for something you got it. So it means you already have it. So the third step is very important. And a lot of times we forget, once we receive something, we forget to express our thanks for it. And that's why the same patterns again repeat. But gratitude is very important because that's the way it's telling that the process is complete. The end point has been reached. So the third step in that process of manifestation is gratitude. So you start off with visualization, feeling it as you're visualizing it. You have to feel it and then also express gratitude. And one thing I would like to say here is it's fine, you probably are manifesting something, but also keep the space for the unknown, because you probably are only looking at things from your three-dimensional being. But there are so many immense possibilities in the quantum world that there's something much better for you than what you actually are trying to manifest. And that is where you have to keep the gap for the unknown. You have to believe that, okay, if something isn't happening, it's not that you don't deserve it. You deserve something even better. And that is what is going to manifest. So it may not be exactly what you wanted, but it's going to be better than what you wanted. So also have that faith, that believe in that unknown, and that unknown can actually be better than what you're actually manifesting for. So yeah, these are the three steps into the manifestation. Tried and tested methods. I think once I read the book of You're the Placebo, Dr. Joe Dispenza gives a number of examples of how people have manifested, including himself, whatever they wanted in their life. And so, friends, it is a tried and tested technique. Again, you can try it for yourself. But again, the one thing I would say is the feeling is very important, because sometimes we only do like a daydreaming, we imagine it, but don't give the energy to it. And the feeling is the energy, because the feeling is the magnetic power to attract it into your life. So, yeah, and so now I'll take you into the science behind the manifestation. So why this actually works. And a lot of times we are not told the science, we just believe it. And that's fine too. You can only know the science if you want to know. But for me personally, knowing the science just reaffirmed my belief in it. So I'll start with the brain waves. So our brain has a number of waves based on the frequency and the amplitude of that wave. So it goes from a beta, alpha, theta, delta, and gamma as well. So beta is when you are in your wakeful state, and they are more frequent. The frequency is higher, but the amplitude can be lower. And that's when you are just, concentration, you're learning things. And then once you start meditating, you go into an alpha state. Okay, sorry. I'm hoping that you can see the slides.
Yes, really.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'll take you to the science behind the manifestation. So as I said, the beta is when you're in a wakeful state. That is when the brain waves are in a beta state. And then when you start into meditation, the first initial few moments, you go into an alpha state, you go into a relaxed mode, and the frequency of the thoughts and the brain waves decrease, the amplitude increases. And then when you go into a theta state, that is when you're in a deep meditation. And that is where your subconscious mind takes over your conscious mind. And friends, the subconscious mind has a big role to play in this whole process. I'll go through that as well, but for just information, so when you go into a deep meditative state, that is when the theta brainwaves start entering in, and that is where this manifestation process actually starts coming into picture. It starts playing its force. Yeah, so as I said, the subconscious mind has a big role to play in this process. And why? I will explain it here. So the subconscious mind it only thinks in the present, and we've always known this, that the best way to live life is being in the present moment. And this subconscious mind is actually the one that always thinks in the present. And it doesn't know the difference between what is actually real in the physical plane and what is being imagined, or the thing that you're actually visualizing. So the subconscious mind doesn't distinguish. So whatever you're imagining, for the subconscious mind, that is a reality already. And that is the key here. The subconscious mind already thinks that whatever you're imagining in that brainwave state where you're deep into meditation, the subconscious mind kicks in and it thinks that whatever you're imagining is the reality already. So the difference between the conscious and the subconscious mind is the conscious mind is always thinking in a time-bound fashion. It's always thinking about logicality, the rationality behind things in an analytical way. But the subconscious mind, it doesn't go into logic. For it, not logic doesn't work. It's about the now. Whatever is now is right. And the subconscious mind, it believes anything, whether it makes sense or not. So it doesn't think about how can that be practically possible. It doesn't think about it in a lot analytical way. And your conscious mind, so that is why your conscious mind, it takes time to achieve your goals. So we've always believed, in the past, work hard, the more you work, the more you're going to achieve. So it's all very rational. It's a logical way of learning things, which is right. I'm not denying that. But for the subconscious mind, because it doesn't believe in the logic, it doesn't understand the practicality side of things. For it, whatever you show is true. So that's where the key here is. It believes in whatever you're telling it. So again, if you look here, the conscious mind, so whatever we are thinking, the thoughts in our head, that's the conscious mind. Actually, even though we say we're conscious about it, 90% of the time, we are not even conscious about the thoughts that we are thinking. And 95% of those thoughts are actually the same repetitive thoughts. So the conscious mind is only 10% of our mind, and the subconscious mind actually makes the majority part of it. So the conscious mind is, as I said, the logical, the thinking brain, and it thinks about the practicality, the analytical side of things. But the subconscious mind is which determines your beliefs, your emotions, your values. So if you think, for example, you had an incident in your childhood that has created a big impact in your life, that is because, and a lot of your emotions and the decisions you make can be influenced by that little incident in your childhood. And the reason that happens is because that little incident in your childhood got imbibed in your subconscious mind. So all your future actions can actually be determined by that incident in your childhood. So maybe it was about a difficult relationship with a friend or something. And then as you grow, that actually transfers into your relationship with people. So you never can trust anybody. So things like that have happened. And that's where the subconscious mind actually plays a part, because that's how it has been imprinted in it. And then here is again a picture of the three brains we have: the frontal brain, the neocortex, which is about, again, the logic, the thought; the limbic brain, the mammalian, which is about the emotions, again, where the subconscious mind comes over; and then the reptilian one, which is about the survival and reproduction part. So as I said, the subconscious mind is the one that plays a big role in manifesting what you want in your life. And then how can you change things? How can you change your personality? How can you change your personal reality if that's what for the last 30, 40 years you have been? And some people think that is how you are, that is your personality, and you can't change it. But friends, believe me, the neuroplasticity of our nervous system, of our brain, actually does help you change that, change your personal reality, change your personality. And the way it works is like our brain has brain cells called neurons, and these neurons actually they interact with other neurons. They join together and they form a synaptic connections like this with each other. And one neuron actually can have between 1,000 to 100,000 connections. And the thoughts that you think repetitively can actually strengthen the connections. So these connections can actually become stronger by thinking the same thought again and again and having the same feelings. So as I said, the thought is the electrical energy. So the neurotransmitters, they pass between the nerve cells to communicate that message. And what happens is when you're thinking the same thought again and again, you're thinking, having the same feelings, the same emotions, that connection becomes hardwired. It becomes really tight. And then you don't even have to think about it. You subconsciously start doing it. It's things like, brushing your teeth. You don't have to think how you do it now because you've done it so many times. You have done that action so many times. It becomes part of you now. For example, driving to your workplace, again, you don't have to really put too much attention to it. It's part of your subconscious. You know which way to go, and you kind of do it without even noticing much in it. So that's because you're thinking the same thought again and again. And if you keep doing that, that hardwired connection establishes. So friends, now how do you change it? So when you start thinking out of the box, when you're thinking new thoughts, when you're thinking, having new emotions, your new feelings, what happens is those old connections start pruning out, they start breaking down, and new connections start sprouting out. And that is where the neuroplasticity of our brain comes into picture. We always think that it is hardwired. No. Once you think out of the box with new thoughts, new emotions, the old connections actually do break down and it starts forming new connections as well. And these new connections, the repetitiveness of, again, if you think the same thoughts again, the same feelings, the same emotions, those new connections now become stronger and stronger. And then they start creating your new reality, your new personality. And again, I'm saying that you have to cross this river of change to get to the other end. And the mind, being what it is, will keep pulling you back, will keep dragging you down, thinking this is not right, this is not who you are, this is not for you. It'll keep doing that. But once you believe in yourself and cross that river of change and create those new connections with new synaptic connections between the new neurons and do it that way, then it starts creating the new you. Then the new you starts emerging at that point. So that's where the neuroplasticity has a big role to play in changing or creating the new you. The next one is the epigenetics. Again, the epigenetics is the science about upregulating or down-regulating your genes. And again, how does this come into picture? And a lot of times our beliefs have been such that if we have some genes, we can't change it. It could be genes about certain types of cancer, certain types of, diabetes, hypertension, anything. Once you think you have those genes, they can't be changed. And you're destined to kind of life take its toll on you and thinking, I can never change these genes, and you accept it. But actually, the science into epigenetics actually shows that you can, because the genes have the DNA in each cell has the DNA in its nucleus, and the DNA, which is that helix structure, is the one where the DNA can be changed by the influence from outside the cell. So the outside the cell means inside your body or outside your body. So inside your body, which includes emotions, thoughts, behaviors, and outside the body influences can be stress, any of the external viruses and things like that. And those can actually affect your genes. So there's a big study going on around it. So even if you think you want to manifest something where you have to think you want to change your genes, that is possible as well. So that's the topic of the epigenetics. It's a big topic, but in short, I'm covering it today to say that you can actually change your genes as well. So yeah, friends. So that's I'm just conscious of time. So yeah, so that's the different way, that's the way of manifesting what you want in your life. And now I will take you through a short manifestation meditation. So before we go into that, you can think of whatever you want to manifest in your life. Just create a visual of that while we go into meditation. Just keep that thought in your mind. And as we go into meditation, I'll walk you through it. Okay. So, Shulu, can we have the music?
Yes. You start guiding, I'll play the music.
Okay. Yeah, friends, whoever is new to meditation, just gently clasp your hands and sit in a comfortable position. Gently close your eyes and observe your normal, natural breathing. Feel the fresh air going in and relaxing each and every cell in your body. And first, take your awareness near your heart. Feel your heart expanding with the love emotion. Now, bring your attention to your normal, natural breathing. With every breath you're taking in, you're going deeper and deeper. Thoughts will come, thoughts will go. Do not let yourself get carried away by them. And if you think you are, bring your awareness back to your normal, natural breathing. Every breath you're taking in, you're bringing into the emptiness within you. Because it is from that emptiness is the new you being created. You're going deeper and deeper into the emptiness. Keep your awareness on your normal, natural breath. express our gratitude to the universe for making this happen today in our lives. We express our thanks to our parents, our family, for raising us and making us who we are today. Our thanks to our friends for being there always for us, to our gurus, our teachers, our mentors for guiding us in every journey of our life. Our thanks to Mother Nature for being so selfless. And our thanks to each and everything around us, which is catering to each and every need of us. Now, slowly rub your hands together and put them on your eyes for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now gently open your eyes. Thank you. Thank you, friends. Thank you, Shrilu.
Yes. Thank you so much, Sri Marni, for this wonderful topic. And yes, what you said is true. When we change our habits, we can change our life. Wonderfully explained about epigenetics and how we can create our reality. Wonderfully shared about Dr. Joe Dispenza. Friends, please do practice this meditation as meditation establishes this direct connection with the divine source and higher beings. And be committed to your practice. Utilize this 40 days meditation practice as it takes at least 40 days to break all our old habits and create the new habits. So, thank you so much, Sri, once again.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Yes, yes. Sure. So, we have received a couple of comments. So, what is the difference between law of karma and you can create your own reality concept? One guy.
Okay, so law of karma is based on your actions from your previous lives, and that does play in a role in what you are today. But saying that doesn't mean you can't change what you can become, and that is where what you can become is what you can do now. And all this thing that the what you want to manifest has to be in sync to the working of the universe. You can't manifest something where you want to hurt somebody, because that's not in sync to the way of working of the universe. You can't operate out of a self of ego or any negative emotions to manifest things, because again, that's not in line to what the universe has. So yeah, the goal has to be right as well, and that's where even though law of karma has a role to play, it doesn't mean you can't change what your future is. So that's from my knowledge, that's what I would say.
Yes. And thank you, Shrilu. Very good explanation. Wonderful presentation.
Thank you.
Yes. So, would you like to share anything, Shrilu? Like to all of them, to all the viewers and meditators?
Yeah, no, just continue meditation, friends. It feels like a very simple thing. You're sitting down for 10-15 minutes doing nothing, which actually can be quite hard for a lot of people, including myself when I started off. But just believe in the process. It can be very simple, and it's a very simple technique on just observing your breath. All you have to do is observing your breath. But that can lead to amazing, amazing transformations. And I have worked with Shrilo here and a number of masters within UK, Kiran, Pranahita, Rajshekhar, and so many people. And I have listened to so many experiences where people have cured diseases, chronic diseases that they've been having for years, their sleep insomnia, and to change how the relationships have transformed. I heard a mother who said her relationship with her 20-year-old son has never been as good as it has since she started meditating, because we connect to our higher self, we connect to our inner soul, and that gives us the right intuition to do the right things. So, yeah, just keep practicing, is what I would say. Thank you.
Yes, well said, Shridu. Meditation transforms everything in our lives because we are what we think, and when we think always these positive thoughts, we can create all the positive experiences in our lives. So, friends, please to utilize our morning and evening meditation sessions and meditate with the group because this collective consciousness plays a major role in transforming your life. And thank you once again. Thank you once
Thank
again.
you. Thank you. Thank you, Sheila, and thank you, everyone. Thank you
So,
for listening.
one second. We have one more question. How can get rid of old guilty feeling?
Old guilty feeling. And the main thing is being in the present, because when you're being in the present, there is no past and there's no future. So, and when there is no past, there's no thing of guilt. Because at that point of time, what you did was right for that point of time. So now looking back and feeling guilty is not going to give anything. So just focus on the present, because all you have is the present. And maybe at that time, that was the right thing for you to do. So don't carry any more guilt into the future. Just focus on the present. And again, this is just from my understanding. There could be a lot of other answers. So I appreciate for that question. Thank you.
Living in the present moment is a wonderful solution for all the problems in our life.
Yes. And again, there's a beautiful book on that by Eckhart Tolle called The Power of Now. And I think after I started my meditation journey, that was the first book I read, or first or second, I can't remember exactly, but yeah, and amazing. Every word he says makes sense. And again, that was a big transformation, because I was always living in the past and regretting things, or thinking of, worrying about the future. But what he thought was, all you have is the present moment, and what you can do is actually in just in the present moment. And that's again changes a lot of things in life as well.
Yes, true. So, and also I would like to add one more thing like bless that situation or bless that feeling because everything is there in your life to teach you something. So just bless it and release it out from your body. That is also one of the you can do this practice also. So, yes. So, wonderful wisdom session.
Thank you.
So, okay. Oh, okay. So, yes, thank you so much, Lilu, once again for this
Thank
one.
you for giving me this opportunity. I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, friends. Hope you all have enjoyed today's session and utilized this session. Let's connect tomorrow with one more master. Until then, signing off. Bye. Bye. Yes.